can I ask you a question? What year did you start racing Speedway? And just talk about the year and what happened about getting into the sport of Speedway.
I started in 1979, 41 years ago. And yeah, I used to race mini bikes at Atlantis Mini Bike Park in Garden Grove, and Moran's and McConnell and Lance King would come out. We were all riding flat track at the mini bike park, and that got my interest on Speedway. I started going to Orange County to watch, and years progressed, and they were all further in their careers from mini bikes onto the Speedway bikes. Went there with Victor Robledo one time. I was up in the stands, and Victor was there, and he had told me that he'd gotten a junior Speedway bike and a 500 Jowl that his brother got him, and he was going to Saddleback that weekend if I wanted to come up and try it. Once I tried it, I was hooked. I went up there and rode that bike, and that was it. Here we are 41 years later, still doing it. Run it!
Wow. So Victor got you involved in Speedway with his little junior Speedway bike?
His mom used to help out at the mini bike track, and she was the adult there that took care of the track. And we all used to ride our mini bikes to the track. I used to ride my mini bike to the track and show up and ride out there at the mini bike track. And that was on my little Taco 100 mini bike. I had a little 5-horse Briggs & Stratton in it. Before that, I had sold the other one I had, a little Taco 44 with a Mac 49 that hauled ass, but I could never keep that little 2-stroke running. So I got with my paper route, got my mini bikes, and got the other Taco 100 had the 50 trail tires on it, and the Briggs & Stratton was a lot more reliable than that Mac 49. The Mac hauled ass when you could keep it running, but I spent more times running when I lived in LA, running to Steen's to get parts for the damn thing. And the thing was so temperamental, I ended up getting the other bigger bike, the 100 with a 5-horse Briggs, and it was more torque, and it would always start. That was before I got my XR75 and started running all through Orange County and high school motocross stuff. We had high school motocross, all the teams running against the different schools. It was fun.
That was cool. That was my high school race against your high school. I wasn't a rider in motocross.
Yeah, Rancho Alamitos. We were riding at Orange County International, the Orange County track, Orange County International track there, the motocross track next to the drags. It was a blast.
Were you were a rider at the motocross?
Oh, yeah. That's how I got into Speedway. I was racing motocross, then we went to watch Speedway on the weekend. And all the guys I was riding against, like I said, McConnell and the Morans, were getting into Speedway. And Victor and I were up in the stands. He says, yeah, I just got a bike if you want to come try it. We were there watching Speedway. I used to watch Nutter and Cody and Pet Hall, all those guys as they were coming up before they went to Europe. And, yeah, I never thought I'd be there doing it. And I threw a leg over, and the rest is history. Just kept going with it.
Awesome. Show everybody your T-shirt. I want everyone to see your T-shirt. Go ahead, stand up or whatever. Taco mini bike. What year did you get there, number 14? And why in the world did you pick number 14?
Well, that's a good question. Shoot. Well, I had to earn my 2-digit number. You had to make over $600 in first division to get a 2-digit number. And Jeff Tomlin had retired. He was 14 before that. I believe Sexton was 14 before that. And Tomlin had retired, and I earned enough to pick a number, so I picked 14. I figured if I ever got number 1, I could drop the 4. But as I progressed over the years, I could have dropped or changed my number and been further up. But everyone knew me as 14, so I kept it. I didn't want to change it and have to, put someone else out of a number or anything like that. So I just kept 14, and I've stuck with it.
Very cool. That's a good number. You definitely keep that. You're old now, so you have to keep it. You can't change it to like number like. What is your favorite like writer nowadays? Who is your favorite writer?
Favorite writer? Wow. Older writer, Brigo. Ivan's gone, so now it's Brigo, you know? They were my heroes when I was a kid. So, you know, all the guys that are out there, I love all of them, man. My world championship was 2015 when I got through this cancer, and I'm still here. So that was my world championship, getting through my cancer and still being here, and still
tell
here.
Me about it. What happened about your cancer? That's awesome. You conquered that.
Well, I don't know about that. I still go once a month for testing, and still have to have a shot once a month for my platelets. So yeah, it's still a challenge. I've still got some issues, and my energy level goes up and down. It's been tough. Speedway and my motorcycles, you know, that's my therapy.
Oh, exactly. That's a good therapy too. And you're a good rider, so that's really awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to ask you a question. Where did you get the name Fast Eddie? Where did that come from? Who gave that to you?
Supermouth Larry Huffman.
Oh,
Larry
I want
Huffman.
Larry on the show. What, so he just called you Fast Eddie Castro, Larry?
Yeah, I just can't. You know, over the years, that's what they were calling me. So as I progressed, some nights you're the dog, some nights you're the hydrant.
I've seen you have some good races, and you're a good rider.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not always
I
go
remember
that
when
way.
I was sponsoring Buck Blair before I sponsored you, and it was the national championship, and I think you went ahead and beat my rider, and I'm like, Eddie, you're supposed to lose, and you won, and you won, so you're awesome.
Sorry, Buck.
You're fast as heck.
Buck's a good rider too. We always were dicing back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one time when you were racing, and I think it was like a fair derby or something. I watched the race. I have the video, and I was watching it. And you had some bad times with the referee, and you went ahead and you were racing. We're not going to talk about that too much, but you went ahead and they penalized you to like the 30 or 40 yard line, way back there. And you were pissed as hell. You were really mad. And you're like, and the race started, and I think and you made the most wicked pass in the world. There is nobody that's ever made a pass like Fast Eddie Castro. And there was like, I think a Fishbeck was there, and I forgot who else was there. And you were like on the outside, and you just like rode on the outside, and you just cut everybody off. Like, and it was like amazing. I think Terry was announcing, Terry Ike, and he's like, oh my God. And I couldn't believe it. I had to watch it over and over and over. Because, I mean, that pass was sick, dude. Did you remember that?
Yeah, I had to split scope. I had to split Scopoletti and the animal, little animal,
Yeah,
and then but Kurt was a cowboy was out in front, and he was off the pole and he was gone, but I couldn't get across. It was the last chance. You had to get first. And I got penalized after I had to start on the first one. I was so pissed off because I got penalized. And when I was winning it, so I was pissed that only first went, not second. So I was done.